What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I want to welcome you guys back to UFC 2, EA Sports UFC 2. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what's going on here. Well, I'm sure you've already figured it out, really, from the title and everything, but everybody loved my UFC career mode gameplay, and I had so much fun with it, and I felt like it ended a little too soon. So what else can we do? Play another career. Let's do a female character with a different fight style. A lot of people during the course of the previous Let's Play had wanted me to switch up things a lot more, you know what I mean? But because of my fighting style as a Taekwondo specialist, I was better at the stand-up, kicking and whatnot. So, but this time around, I'm going to create, like I said, a female fighter for that reason, a completely different style there. And we're going to go for a more of a ground and pound focused fighter as well. Not 100%, but more so an even kind of direction. That way, when I go in to fight these people, we are going to be playing with, a ground and pound kind of mentality, maybe even a submission mentality. Because I feel a lot of people, while it was awesome to knock people out every single match and every single fight, a lot of people want to see some variety, and I totally understand that. So I did poll the audience to see what I should do and what kind of fighter I should choose. And there are a few options. There are a few things we can go ahead and do. So we are going to start a new female career. You can have, I think, up to 5 careers at once. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody so much while I have the opportunity. I want to thank everybody for all the love and support on this. I really, really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you very, very much. I hope you guys will enjoy this career mode just as well. And I want to ask you, if you could, if you're expecting high expectations, let's try and go for 1,000 likes on this video as well. Show your support. It helps out more than you could imagine, so I'd appreciate that. But only if you'd like. Now, the thing here that I'm not sure of is what I want to name her. A couple of people suggested that we pretend like she's my daughter and all that kind of stuff. And that makes sense, but I don't know what I want to call her. There's a couple of names that have been going around in my head. I mean, I could just make it as, unoriginal just by calling her Danielle instead. But at the same time, I don't know. We can at least go with the last name for starters. And I know they don't have my last name, but, maybe they updated it. Maybe they updated it. Let's take a look. Because there was an update. No, okay, you never know. I thought maybe there'd be something. That's something I would really appreciate, EA, for the next game. More names. Because I know you can do it. So she'll be a Quinn, that's for sure. Perfect. Just a minute. Oh, crap. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Now, there's a couple of names that I've been going over in my head. I think it'd be kind of cool to try out because it's something like being a fan of certain pop culture and things like that. There's a name I kind of wanted to name my daughter if I ever had one, but at the same time, I'm the kind of person who wouldn't want to force my interest down my kids' throats by naming them something that they may not like. So I feel like down the road, I mean, since it's a virtual game, I can kind of name her what I want. I know it's not, it's better than a generic name. So I've been wanting to name, now anybody who knows me knows I am a very, very large fan, huge fan of Alien. So I've always kind of liked the name Ripley for a girl because based off the main character, Sigourney Weaver's character in Alien, Ellen Ripley. So I think that's cool. Ripley Quinn. She sounds like a badass fighter because Ellen Ripley was a badass fighter. Strong woman. That's what we're all about here. Now we got to give her a nickname. Now I'm curious. No, they didn't. They didn't change the nicknames for women. There's no female names. I guess at the same time though, these girls are not, they're not really, they're not really feminine, so to speak. I mean, some can be at the same time, but they would fuck you up kind of a thing. Napalm Quinn. Napalm Ripley Quinn. Pistol. No, I think it should be R. Razor Ripley. That's awesome. But then they'll just end up calling her Razor. That's the thing. They won't call her Razor Ripley. But, we can call her that. The Apex. The Body Snatcher. I feel like it has to be something related to Alien at this point. The Body Snatcher is kind of what the Alien is in a way. And then they use them to create their they use it to reproduce based on the sources. So that's kind of true. But she wouldn't be the body Snatcher. That's not her. The Executioner, the Ghost, the Nightmare, the Problem. I just wish they had better names. You know, I just don't know what to pick. Last time it was easier to call, you know, my character the Gentleman, which isn't here for good reasons. You know, Lights Out, Iron, Invincible, International. Just trying to think of a really great name for her. The Grandmaster, Goliath. Fast. It's kind of lame. Because then they're just going to be like, Fast. Or the guy entered. I want the announcer. I want Hibbert to be like have an epic, like, Dynamite. You know what I mean? I don't want him to just go like, Butcher, Clubber, Bazooka. Awesome. No, I don't like that. I want something cool. Like, oh, that sucks. But it's what's in there. You know what I mean? It's what they have for names. It's what they have for in this. Cyclops. That's just mean. I wouldn't call her that. Dynamite. Because she's explosive, you know? Evil Way, Express, Ferocious. I kind of like Razor Ripley. I mean, it makes the most sense, but that's the only name with R. But like I said, they're just going to call her Razor. You know what I mean? You know? Your UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World, Razor. That's pretty much. I'm trying to, you know, trying to fit the persona, see if it works. All right. Prime time. You know, Razor's not bad, but at the same time, the Assassin, the Behemoth, and it's all those at this point. The Curse. The Gambler. You know what? I can always edit it later. I think I'm going to roll with Razor, because that's the only thing that I think I kind of like in this list. Razor Ripley. I like it. All right. Fighting out of... I wonder what they have. They must have like a ton of cities, because that's crazy. Like they have on this list places where there's official UFC gyms. That's the thing. In my city, in my hometown, they have a UFC gym. An official UFC gym that you can train out of. True story. I'm going the complete wrong direction. Saskatoon. I think it's fantastic that they have so many names here. But the thing is, EA Sports is actually based out of Canada. Like the development studio EA Sports is a Canadian development team. So that's probably why they have a lot of Canadian cities and whatnot in here. So we're going to scroll back up to the top. There's my baby. Alright. Okay, a lot of people told me, they're like, Dan, the reason that your career ended so quickly was because you set your age to 25. No, it really honestly does not matter that. Because the reason it doesn't matter is because I've had people say I started out at 18 or I've started out at 20 and I had to retire at 30. I love it when people who don't have the game comment like they know what they're talking about. It's just kind of funny because if I choose 20 for her, she'll have to retire at 30. It'll be a 10-year stature just like the last game. So I think I'm going to make her 20. Women's bantamweight, you probably only have, okay. You have strawweight and bantamweight. That's it. Strawweight is tiny, tiny, so I don't want that. But here's the thing. If we end up having to switch weight classes down the road, we're going to be so small. Like, we're going to have to drop a weight class. That's going to be our only choice. But I don't want to fight most of my career in strawweight. I want to fight it in bantamweight. You know, Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate. Like, I want to see some of these fighters and fight them. I think it's going to be fantastic. So we're going to leave her at women's bantamweight. The max you can weigh in bantamweight is 135 for women. What's the lowest you can weigh? Let's find out. 126. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a 132. You can make her... How tall can you make her? 5'9" is the tallest you can make her. Which is kind of odd because I know a lot of... My girlfriend... Well, my girlfriend's 5'8". But I know people who are 6 feet. This girl I used to know, she was 6 foot tall. But that's fine. 5'2" is the shortest. 5'9". I think we'll go with a 5'7". Or maybe a 5'8". We'll make her a 5'8" because it makes sense for her weight. 5'8". We'll make her an orthodox stance. I like the sounds of that one. Make sure the general info is all saved. Razor Ripley, man. Come on, that's awesome. Alright, so the presets for what? Body and whatnot? Alright, let's kind of get some. That's currently what's set. We need to find a white girl. As much that looks like me as much as possible. Which is probably going to be tough. I mean, she's pale. Like, I wish I could zoom in. So far, that's not a bad pick. I wouldn't fuck with her. Very similar. Let's see this one here. Like I said, it has to be a white skin. We can always change that. The thing is, we can always change the heads too. Hey guys, so that's not a problem. Wow, she is big, man. That girl is huge. Holy crap. But I want her to be a little slimmer. Like, that's too white, but we can always change it. I just want to see the faces, really, and the body style. A little wider in the stomach area. A little wider overall as a frame. See, we're looking at the frame and the shape of the body at the moment, guys. That's kind of what we're aiming for at the moment. I think I like that body style a little bit better. But I like that face better. Alright, well, let's start with this for now. We'll change her hair. Do they have to braid it? I mean, they don't, but it keeps it out of their hair. You know what I mean? Anyway. Hairstyle. Let's take a look at what we got. I want, like I said, it has to be kept back at all times. Duh. It's all braided. For good reason, though. For very good reason. That's the Holly Holm style. Keeping it up and out of the way. This is probably very short. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Not a fan of that either. That's what I think we were set on. That is not something I really like. It's a little extreme. The sides are shaved. Looks like Sergeant Blockhead. See, the thing is, any loose hair is going to be tied back with a UFC fighter, and that makes a lot of sense. How about this? Oh my god, oh god, no. If it wasn't dyed, maybe that. She just looks like Trevor from GTA with that hair. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that. How about the big ass mohawk? Wild and out of control mohawk. That's kind of nice, but it's a little short. I don't like where it's parted. Look how far up it's parted there. Not a fan of that. And this just looks messy. I don't like that intentional messy look. That just looks kind of silly because it's kind of like, honestly, that's like 90% of dudes' haircuts right now, except a little shorter on the sides. All right, it's a bit of a big ass bun. Not a huge fan of that. That's very Rousey. This is Ronda. This is very Ronda Rousey style. It's not bad. I don't mind that, but I don't know. I might go braided. This is all Holly Holm style, like I said. I might go like thin braid. Like this is the double ponytail. This is like Miesha Tate and Kat Zingano. See, that's too parted. I want something that's just braided for the sake of braiding. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, I don't like that look. It looks kind of, doesn't look right to me. I mean, that one's okay, I suppose. They don't really have that much customization, do they? Was it this one? No, it was this one. The Rousey look. Which isn't bad. I don't actually mind that. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I like a little bit better. See, I kind of like that. I kind of like Holly Holm style a little bit better. I think I actually might take that. Let's roll with that. We're going to change the color. Definitely not a blonde. Blue! Oh my lord. Let's do it for cancer. Now we'll just make it legit. Dark, dark brown right here. Just like her daddy. Stunting like my daddy. Sister stunting like my daddy. Her eyebrows. Now this is going to be different. I don't want anything too crazy. I want it more feminine. Obviously. This isn't... I'm used to making guys, so... Gotta put her brows on fleek. But I want them to be thick enough so that you can actually see them. You know what I mean, man? I need my girlfriend here to help me. Like, girl, which is the best one? What is considered nice for women? This is probably not good. Oh my god, give her the uni. That's not terrible. I don't mind that. I want it to be a little more even for the whole thing. You know, that was the default. See, it changes expression. I think I like that the best in terms of angle and everything, so. Hair color as well, it's going to be the same. Give her a big-ass beard, but she's a girl. I don't care. All right. Head, game face. Thing is, I don't have any game faces for females set. So it's the default one right now. Let's see which one I like the best. Try and make her kind of look like my character. No way. That's not right at all. See, some of these are very African American like. I think that's the kind of the situation. That's more of an Oriental look. These kind of look Oriental. See, there's a couple that I liked. I liked this one. But there's another one too. I'm trying to remember where it is. I think it might be this one here. No. It's this one then. No, it's not that. Which one was it? Maybe it was that one. Let's see how this one compares to this one here. I think I like this one a little better. Now, what I need to do, though, I want to give her... Now, if I end up having a kid with my girlfriend, who I've been with for over 4 years now, so that's probably the case, she'll most likely get her mom's ears. So I think I might go ahead and make her ears like her mother's would be. So let's see here. Okay, now that's a little extreme. My girlfriend's ears aren't big. They just kind of stick out a bit. It's so adorable. Now that's just weird. So let's go a little bit more. Right? A little bit more than... But she could also get my ears too, which... That's the default. No, they have to be a little bit protruding. Honestly, that's pretty much like what my girlfriend's ears are like. That is so funny. That's adorable. Earlobe. If she gets my earlobes, God, I hope she doesn't. Actually, her earlobes aren't like that. My earlobes aren't big. They're just very perfectly circular. Does that make sense? That's pretty fair. How about the cauliflower? Oh my god. Or maybe that's what I'm thinking. Now that's brutal. No cauliflower. That's adorable. Got mama's ears. Cool. Alright, everything else is good. Her eyes. Now, depending on who she takes after, she'll either have brown eyes or blue eyes. Or blue-gray eyes. Kind of like my eyes, obviously. I think these are the blue-grays. They're very, actually, quite light. I think I ended up going with these. Or was it these? I think it was these. We'll give her my eyes. The body. Alright, let's look. There's only 4 body types. Super thin. Kind of more built. And this one's kind of chubbier. I like this one the best because it's the most down the middle. Because that's too thin. So you got to remember that she is bantamweight. So she's got some muscle on her. Alright, the skin is going to have to be white. Like that. So we're going to leave... Well, should we go a little darker? Because my girlfriend's skin isn't as light as mine. That doesn't work, though. There's like a... I'm just gonna go with the super white one. It would make sense, being Irish and everything. Now, are there any tattoos on her right now? Yes, there are. I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. She's got like a grasshopper or a spider or something. What is that? Oh, it's a Black Widow. That's kind of cool. That could be a name for her, the Black Widow. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. And what I'm going to do is, a lot of people are like, Dan, you know, you should have made your tattoos. Trust me, my tattoos are too complicated to make in a video game. So what we're going to do is kind of combine a bunch of tattoos to give her like a sleeve, I think. I think that'd be badass. But the thing is, everyone's like, Dan, you can make tattoos and this, but at the same time, like, it's kind of hard to do. I don't want to give her tribal, but I wouldn't mind giving her a bunch of Celtic ones. Because these are tribal as fuck, but where are the Celtic ones? They lied! Oh, these are kind of Celtic, I suppose. How about this one? Let's see. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Does that look too tribal? I want some wrap. I want it to wrap around her arm. Let's go with that. Add a layer on her arm. See, I hate tribal tattoos, I do, but I want it to look badass. You know what I mean? Like, how about this? But you, at the same time, you don't want to go too nutty. Don't want to go too nutty, Professor. You want to get that rhabdo. Don't want to miss a spot. See how they completely meet around the middle? Actually, that's kind of cool. When it's stretched there. See, this is pretty... It's almost... This is basically almost a 3/4 sleeve. If you look at this. I may end up editing layer 2 and just making it a little bit longer. This next one, I don't want it tribal. But I do want it to kind of extend down. So let me go ahead and look what else we have. Something... Oh, this is miscellaneous. I'll give her the anchor. Like every girl on the planet. Let's see what this would look like. Right on the forearm there. See, it's nice, but it doesn't have enough cover. You know? Old school tatties. Just throw in a babe for you. What is this? I can't even tell what this is. Is that a dollar sign? Okay, that's not going on there. Screw that. I like the pinup girls, though. That's funny. The oriental tats. Portraits. Shapes. Skulls. No, we're not putting a goddamn skull. Text. I hate this kind of font, man. It just drives me crazy. I really don't like that font. Whenever I see that in a tattoo... I'm going to have to pick something that if I want to finish this off. Because right now, it's about a 3/4 sleeve. And I don't like 3/4 sleeves. They're not my jam. So what I think I might do then is just... Hold on, let's take layer 2 and make it longer. Well, we'll polish my nuts and serve me a milkshake. Why didn't I just do this? Now she's got a dope-ass sleeve at no charge. Well, shit. What is it? I don't even know what this is, though. I can't even tell what it is. All right, let me try adding a layer. Because I would definitely give her a Celtic thing. These are tribal. These are tribal as fuck. See, they don't really have anything Celtic here, per se. This is kind of Celtic, which is why I picked it. Let me just try and make it long. But see, that just looks bad. It looks gross. So, yeah. So, you know what? We'll leave the one up top. Because it's kind of cool. But the thing about doing the bottom one, so if we go to layer 2, we could probably move this down and then just increase the length this way. Right? And then... There's an empty gap. There you go. I just filled it. That looks pretty cool. I wouldn't fuck with her. We'll see if there's anything better. I'll leave that as it is, and we'll see if there's any layers we can add. Does he have animals? Whoops. The Black Widow. This is so Murica. Yo, this looks a lot like, what's his name's tattoo? This lion here in that kind of pose. Adam Levine. It looks like Adam Levine's tattoo that he has. Get a cross. See, if they had a Celtic cross, I'd probably throw that. Well, this is kind of Celtic. I'll probably end up, you know what? Oh, I have an idea then. Let's go her right arm then for a second. You guys saw that. I think it was under Angels and Demons. I think this looks cool. We could probably make this cover her whole arm. Oh, but when it does that, well, actually, gotta make it cover. That actually looks pretty cool. I don't even know what it is. But she is tatted up, son. I kind of like that. I honestly can't see what that is, but it's kind of nice. I kind of like it. She looks badass. But now I feel like... Hold on, what else? I wasn't expecting that. I prefer black and white tattoos myself, because you can kind of hide them. Maybe we should put, like, this. Not there, for the love of God, no. Behind her neck. But the way the tattoo is shaped. Give her a forehead, a cheek tattoo. Hold on. Oh my God, right on the forehead. No way, son. If anything. Alright, let's just rotate her. Let's see if we can get this behind the ear. Nah, that doesn't work. Maybe we'll just stick with this. She's got two sleeves. Not exactly what I would have wanted. Oh my God, give her the trashy wings on the back. Do you know how trashy that looks? My God. Alright, this girl is ready for fighting, I think, guys. Well, at least for visuals. I wanted to make her look a little more badass. Let's see if there's anything different, or... just give her, like, I don't even know. What is this? I can't even tell. I don't like it that much, though. And I've spent way more time on her than I did on my previous fighter just because of these tattoos. That's just spooky. I can always remove them. You guys let me know what you think of the tattoos. If I should keep them or if I should get rid of them later. Because I can always get rid of them later. There we go. She's dangerous. Alright, let's take a look at her fight gear. The tops. Tank. X-strap. Not gonna be... I kind of like the look on the back. It's either gonna be a tank top or an X-strap. The thing is, I don't feel like this would be as supportive as this would. You know? Although, if I were to put a tattoo on her, it would look a little better. I don't know, man. Yeah, that looks like that right arm sleeve looks like a watercolor, doesn't it? I think I like the tank top a little better, a little bit more support. That's important. The bottoms, long board shorts, the board shorts. These are just snugger. These are longer and snugger. I don't know. Do I want to give her the board shorts for a bit more breathability? But the thing is, girls can pull off the super tight look. I mean, so can guys, but like... I don't know. Can I back it up a bit? I don't know. I think I might give her... maybe just the regular board shorts. No, I don't think that'll work. I'd rather... the Veil Tudo. Change it up a little bit. Let's roll with the Veil Tudo. Check the mouth guard. I don't know if I want to go with the same one that I did before. The Irish one. But maybe I do, because there's not a whole lot of them, is there, guys? Screw it. Take after her daddy. Stunting like my daddy. Accessories? Do we want to put anything? No. See, they don't have many accessories. I'm actually quite baffled. Actually, just one moment. I just want to see if... I just want to try something else. I want to add a layer and put it over top of it and see if I can make something else look pretty solid. Like, those are a little scary. The Black Widow. Some of these tribal, like, this is hideous. No, no, no. Yeah, that's more Celtic. So she's got a Celtic sleeve and a colored watercolor sleeve. Oh god, a dragon. How original. Let's see what this would look like. Probably horrible. Yeah, that's cliche as fuck. Okay, you need long stuff, man. You do. You need, like... But these are quite thin. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. I don't mind that. Although I think I like the color one a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Plus, she's not Oriental, so she can't really pull that off. And then just random shapes. You know, it seems a little bit lazy, if I'm honest. You know, with the amount of the customization that's in here. It seems a little bit lazy on EA's part. Arrows. Cogs. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. And then it goes into, like, it's every cliche in the book. It really is. And then fonts. Like, a ton of fonts. So, you know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave it at how it is. Right. Okay. So, next, then, we're going to work on our fighting style. Now, I asked a lot of people. Now, the walkout music. This doesn't really matter, like I said. But I think I wanted to go ahead and do... Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. No, I think I want to go with DMX, the DMX track that I had. Right? What was it called? Intro, right? Something like that. Just intro. There you go. X gonna give it to you. We're gonna do that. All right, personality. There's tons of things you can do. No, that's a little weird. Go with the Ronda. I think we should do a female fighter kind of an intro. Makes a little more sense. So I'll try and locate one. This is for the victory, by the way. Whoa. That's pretty fresh too, though. I like John Dodson. Maybe keep that open. You know, I think I like John Dodson. I like that quickness, the ability to flip. Joanna Jedrzejczyk. I remember her. She's in strawweight, and she's a maniac, man. She's a beast. Bruce Lee. Ha. Very respectful of the martial art. Machida. Conor McGregor. He's such a cocky bastard. I love it. He's so Irish. Roy Nelson. Alright, so I think they only give you 2 women, which is kind of silly. Considering the amount of fighters are in here. Who did I say? Dodson. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. How about the taunt style? I never really used the taunts. Ever. Like, ever. I can't remember which one I ended up using. It was the elbow strike, wasn't it? Yeah, taunt 11. That's what I used. Or 12, sorry. Where's the double hand bring it? Let's do that. Let's do taunt 3. Boom. Alright, skills. Attributes. Now this is all dependent on what kind of a fighter we want. Alright, so I asked a lot of people what I wanted, or what they wanted. And we're gonna go see how we are in the clinch. Because, yeah, I get it. Thank you. We're gonna work various people based on the clinch and the ground. You know what I mean? So a lot of people suggested takedown defense is already pretty high. Karate. A lot of people suggested kickboxer. But that's honestly, that's gonna be more so of the kickboxer is gonna be more so of what do you call it? Kicking like I did before. It's very similar to Taekwondo. Kick speed and punch speed is already relatively high. My power is low. It's based on quickness. Right? So if we look at the ground. Another one, we should look at the ground as well. MMA, Muay Thai. Obviously, it's not going to be massive, like insanely good from the get-go. But a lot of people said it should be a mixed martial artist. Because it's very overall kind of, you know, kind of even. If that makes sense. Jiu-Jitsu is actually really good on the ground. How about the stand-up? Relatively low. Jiu-Jitsu is all about ground and pound. Same with the Greco-Roman. Let's take a look at the other stuff he's got. They're a little better. Freestyle wrestler, which is good, obviously great on the ground because, well, you're a wrestler. You're not going to be all that fantastic off the get-go. And then there's the boxer, which is great at stand-up. Fantastic at stand-up from the get-go. Not much of a puncher, but you get more in the hands. So I think I'm going to do what most people voted for, which was the very balanced mixed martial artist. And I can always work on it, and then I can just work on... So let's look at... where's the submissions? Choke is 67. Yeah, see, that's a really good one. That's a good starting point. All this is at 67 from the get-go. So I think that's a really good idea. Just make sure it's saved. MMA. Okay, good. Perfect. We're ready to fight! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and split this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Like I said, let's try and get this to 1,000 if possible. Favorite it as well, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't yet, be sure to follow me on my social media. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll play at the end card of this video as well. Also, if you're interested in getting a shirt or hoodie, there's a link to my Spreadshirt shop as well in the description. So thank you so much again, guys. Take it easy. Have a great day. We'll hand things over to Knoxhill, and I'll see you in the next one.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble, wild and wild on these violent and DanQ8000. Wait a minute, hold that stylish style. Damn, goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving fire back. If they ain't vibing, lie with that. Got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters. Move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Knoxhill, you damn fools? Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that DanQ. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.